Hello everyone, this is King Vector 11 and welcome to my 4th Christmas event guide of 2024, in which today's topic I will be discussing a guide for the Yeti Hunt. Of course, for those who are interested to check out my other videos in relation to the links you may see in the bottom, including the sources of information that I've used to showcase to you. But besides that, if you want to check me out on Twitch, or if you want to check my latest weekly update news videos, you can find the links of those in the description below, where I explain this week's weekly update for GTA Land or the past week's news topics of GTA or Rockstar related topics. But for this video, I would like to give you, as best as I could, a quick guide on the Yeti Hunt based on research I have done all over the web to be able to explain to you as best as I could for 2024. So without further ado, I'll get into it right now. So the Yeti Hunt, what is it and how do you start it? The Yeti Hunt is a hunt, of course, obviously, where you have to investigate 5 clues, and after these 5 clues have been investigated successfully, you have to wait to a certain time period in which the Yeti will spawn in that zone, which you have to investigate these clues and take them down. And this, from what I've heard anyways, is a one-time deal. So if you've already taken down the Yeti last year, you may likely not have access to it again. At least based on what I have looked up online from numerous websites that people have been discussing to each other, even through Reddit. Although if you still have access to it despite doing it last year, the likelihood is you're going to get yourself another $100,000, which, yeah, is great. But that's it. So how to start the Yeti Hunt? Well, you have to get to this location right over here, in which this is the entire location for the Yeti Hunt. And it doesn't get any farther or any closer than this. So the first thing you want to do is get as close as you can to this location, and I'm saying this because when you get close enough, you will receive this text specifically from someone named Tanner, who will state this entire text, of course, that you can read on your phone, which is, from what I believe, a one-time text deal. So if you change lobby or quit the game after receiving it, you may not be able to see it again. And to start off this hunt, you have to locate 5 clues in this selected area, in which you can locate these clues anytime you wish in the game, but you have to locate these clues at any time before you can unlock fighting the Yeti, which will be unlocked to fight between 21 o'clock and 6 o'clock, which is 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. So of course I have a map to showcase to you guys the 5 exact locations of these clues that you have to examine. And when you come close to each clue, it will prompt you to press E. You don't have to take photos of them. You press E to investigate. You just look around for as long as you want until you're prompted to be able to stop investigating, and each investigation mark will reward you. So even from my previous Yeti Hunt video I've done last year, I will just make this as short as I could because that video is anyways 25 minutes long. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it as short as possible. If you want to check that video out, I'll put the link of that in the description. But anyways, the first location that I've hunted anyways was the deer at the bottom left, and it's not really that hard to find. You just gotta drive on this, let's say, off-road south of the river, and then you swim across it. You find the rocks that holds the deer. It's a very, very simple location. You will find the deer, then you walk up to it, investigate, and you will get rewarded. So now that you've investigated the deer, let's go from the top left down to the bottom left, down to the bottom right, and then going up to the clue on the top right in order. So the next evidence I would like to showcase to you is the tent, the bloody tent rather, in which all you can do is simply drive from this off-road and then go on this very small hill, which is not really a big hill. It's just surrounded by a couple of trees. It's very easy to find this tent when you take the big thick dirt path that you see that holds that little road, the cul-de-sac if you want to call it. It's really not that hard to find. You just go to the tent, examine it, and you'll get yourself a reward for examining it successfully. Going down this very road, it might be a little complicated to find the bloody body parts, but you just have to find a fallen tree with a little tree stump that still has most of the tree attached to it anyways, whatever you want to consider it. You'll find the bloody body parts there, in which you will examine and get rewarded for this. So just keep an eye on this fallen tree if you must. I don't think it has an end to it as far as I'm concerned. Like, it's just a toppled over stump. And then you take the path going right from these body parts and you will find a wrecked car just under a bridge that you will have to investigate, which will reward you upon successfully investigating. And then finally going all the way back past the body parts and the tent, you take a path to the right that goes to the northeastern part of this location anyways, and you will find a bloody shirt, which might be one of the more harder locations to find in my personal opinion, because obviously it's a white shirt that's camouflaged. But if you find this car, which you can easily find just looking over your left when you go up this path from the tent clue, you just look for this car and right near it there will be the bloody shirt that you can investigate. Now, like I said, you have to investigate all 5 clues. At any time in the day, you could investigate it, and each investigation will reward you $10,000. So after investigating all 5 clues, you will get $50,000. And now you have to wait for the Yeti to appear, which will appear in that, of course, location in this circle between 21 o'clock and 6 o'clock. In which I personally recommend a weaponized Tampa with a remote controlled dual minigun attachment on the roof if you must. But if you want to use any other weapons such as a combat MG or a minigun, you can do so as well, although it is likely that you may need to get yourself into a more open location because the Yeti may do a lot of damage for obvious reasons, and if it kills you it might even despawn. You have to wait until like the next night to spawn it, so I wouldn't really want to go through that complication. Just get yourself a weaponized Tampa or even a weaponized vehicle that has remote controlled weapons on it, or a combat MG or a minigun if you want, especially the minigun. It's going to take you a couple of seconds to take it down, but when you take it down you will be rewarded with an extra $50,000 and the Yeti outfit. And that is simply all what you have to do to participate in this Yeti hunt. Now, from what I've seen anyways online from numerous instances, there was people who said if you have already done this last year, you may not be able to do this again because it may be a one-time deal. But as far as I'm concerned, that is all that I have to showcase to you for a Yeti Hunt guide updated to 2024. Hope you guys did find this as informative as best as I tried to make it. And if you did, you wish to stay tuned for more content by me on my channel, the support's always appreciated. Do leave a like, subscribe, and of course, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, good luck, and be safe. And yeah, have a good day.